Dad, is our quiver full yet?
It's getting there.
Real quick, mama. Real quick, mama.
Real quick, mama.
My biggest fans. Hey guys, Real Quick Mama here. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom with 4 kids, 5 and under, coming at you as is with short videos so that you and I can get to and through our busy days. So, real quick, here we go. Okay, so I am 8 weeks postpartum. Baby Dusty Jr. is doing excellent, and so am I. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's been going on with me, but honestly, I don't want to talk about it too much just because, I don't know, I'm moving on. So I had my husband he was so awesome. He took 28 days off of work for me to heal, and I did like the 5, 5, and 5 rule. After the baby was born, I stayed in the bed for 5 days, and then I was on the bed for 5 days, and then I stayed near the bed for 5 days. So I basically was in my room for 15 days besides like going to the bathroom, which was really awesome. My mom and my husband were so helpful during that time, and I was grateful that even after that 15 days, I was able to have another almost 2 weeks to acclimate to having 4 kids and, you know, cooking and cleaning and caring for them and doing, you know, activities with them with the help of another adult. What ended up happening was a few days after the baby was born, I want to say maybe 10 days, I noticed that I had a prolapse. Now, I knew I already had one. I did think it kind of went away after the baby was born, and it turned out that it did come back. So just a little history. After my 3rd baby, which was my first natural birth, I got a prolapse. Google it. Essentially, it's when your bladder or one of your other organs, like your uterus or your rectum, will descend inside of you, and it can be really uncomfortable. So with the 4th pregnancy, I didn't really have any issues. My prolapse had been gone for about a year after that last baby, and I didn't have any issues until the 3rd trimester. I started to really notice pelvic floor pain and issues with the prolapse. And then baby came out just fine. You can see my last videos to see how the birth went. It was our first home birth, and then about 10 days after that, I noticed the prolapse was back, and it was worse. And it was more than one organ. So that was kind of tough. I ended up not being able to come off of bed rest after that 15 days. Thankfully, my husband ended up taking about 6 full weeks off of work. The 7th week was kind of like 50-50, and then now we're on the 8th week where he's still about 50-50. And then I think next week, week 9, he'll be able to go back to full work. The doctor told me it was a stage 2 prolapse, and I'm going to be able to get physical therapy, and it might help. Probably won't get better, but it might not get worse. So, but I'm feeling hopeful because I'm feeling a lot better, and I was able to get a device called a pessary to really help with some of the pressure. So baby's doing really well. He is really cute. He weighs about 13, 14 pounds, maybe closer to 13. And he's just super awesome. He sleeps great. He wakes up once at night, all day long. He's just a little cutie. And he did kind of have a rough rash on his face for a little while. It got to the point where it was oozing. We were a little freaked out about it, so we did take him to the pediatrician, and we gave him some ointment, and it cleared up in a few days, and he's just got regular baby acne. He's a cutie, and we're just so grateful to have 4 children. Getting back into the swing of things, I've noticed that having 4 kids is way different than having 3 kids. I felt like 3 kids I could manage, you know, okay, there's one, but now it's like, okay, where are all my kids? I don't know if that makes sense, but it just feels like they've suddenly multiplied way more. My housework, housekeeping has been really, I've just been blessed. There've been a couple people from church that have come by to help, and then with my husband and my mom holding down the fort. The house really was not a disaster when I came out of this 7-8 weeks. So now it was just basically, you know, slowly easing into things. We have still had a lot more screen time than normal. The kids aren't doing school right now. We're just taking a break. I'm back to cooking meals and caring for my family, and pretty much on my feet. Most of the days now. So things are going well, and I'm super grateful for the time that I had to rest and heal. And I feel really blessed. So I wanted to get a video out because I feel like it's gotten to the point where if I don't release another video, I'm just going to end up losing this channel. Meaning that I'll just throw in the rag and just say, oh, it's been 4 weeks, why do another video? So here we are, it's been 3 weeks since my last video. I figured I'd just do an update. I didn't even really know what I was going to talk about. But what is this channel even about? I mean, I know initially my first episode I said, you know, what Real Quick Mama was all about and what it wasn't about, but I feel like now that I'm not pregnant anymore, what am I going to talk about? So it's kind of just a video journal. It's more for me and for anyone really close to me that just wants to know what's going on in my life. And I think it's fun to watch other people talk about stuff like this. So, you know, maybe you do too. But I'm looking forward to coming back to these and just remembering what these different seasons of life were like. It's honestly like the best like photo album you could ever have. It's just raw, real memories of exactly what it was like in this season of life. Also, you know, there might be random moments that might be helpful to someone else. You know, for example, I might tell you what we did this week and just show you footage of, you know, family coming in town and show you a picture of my daughter evangelizing at a coffee shop, which really did happen this week. My 4-year-old did that. Or I might talk about sleep training, which is really helpful to some people. So sometimes it's just going to be an update of what, hey, this is what we did this week. And other times it might be something that's really useful and not just entertaining. So this week my brother Jason came in town, my sister Stephanie, and her son Mason, who's 10, came in town, and also my mother-in-law Sharon. And it was a really busy week. We had an awesome time, and it was just kind of nice to let all those different people meet the baby and fellowship. And then we had a play date this week also, where 2 families came over. There was 15 kids and 3 adults, and we were just having a blast. The kids were doing dances, and we did a science project, and just played hot potato and had a snack, and you name it. It was just really fun. And it reminds me of the value of family and friends, having those friendships, those relationships, and just finding a balance somewhere in between. Obviously, every day can't be a play date. Every day can't be going to someone's house or having someone come over. But when we have friends come over, it reminds me that our kids need fellowship just as much as we do. So just seeing all those kids run around was really awesome. And then, you know, was it a lot this week to have 3 different people come and stay with us? Yeah, it was, but it was rewarding, and we had a really good time, and I think we made memories. So sometimes the balance is going outside of our comfort zones to have fellowship, even when it's difficult and not always convenient. And other times the balance is knowing when to draw the line and say, hey, we got a little bit too much on our plate this week. So like last week we canceled a couple of appointments so that we could have more family and more friends. This week we're maintaining those appointments, and we're cutting back a little bit on some of those, you know, busy things. So, you know, you just have to find a balance. Hi, hon. Hi. My husband's in here, and he's probably going to kick me out of his office. Did you just exercise?
I'm getting ready to.
Oh, he's all sweaty and he hasn't exercised yet. You went running. It was a warm-up. All right, well, thanks for tuning in to Real Quick Mama. I'm glad I was able to put something out just to keep this channel going. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Glory, glory, glory
To the Lord God.
Sing it louder. Who was?
Show to me.
All right.
Yay.
Girls,
Yeah.
what does Psalm 127, 3 through 5 say? Children,
Behold. Children are a heritage to the Lord. The fruit of the womb, a reward. In the hands
of
are the children of one's youth. Blessed is the man. Yes, that's right. Dad, is our quiver full yet?
It's getting there.